Let's talk about something we all do, something that might be holding you back in ways you've never even thought about: sharing your problems. So, let me just ask you one thing, straight up. Do you share your problems, or have you become the problem? Now that sounds a little harsh, right? But trust me, there is a massive difference, and figuring it out can change pretty much everything.
Okay, so let's actually dig into that. What is the difference? Because this isn't just about how you feel inside. It's about how the world starts to see you. And that perception, well, it has some very real consequences.
I mean, we all know this one, right? The deadlines, the pressure, the never-ending meetings. It's a given.
And then, on top of that, you've got the weight of expectations from the people who are supposed to be closest to you.
And of course, there are the constant, tricky parts of just navigating our personal lives. These things, they're totally universal.
But does this sound familiar? Man, my life is just a mess. Nobody gets it. No one supports me. I just feel so stuck. If that's your standard opening line, that's not just you having a bad day anymore. That's a signal that something much deeper is going on. And here's the real twist. You might think you're being honest and open, but what's really happening is exhaustion. When you're constantly broadcasting your problems, it stops being about finding a solution. It's a sign that you are just completely and utterly running on empty.
But this isn't just about how you feel. There's a hidden social cost to this, a price that you start to pay the moment you turn your back and leave the conversation.
Let me give you a harsh truth that nobody really wants to say out loud. Most of the time when you're going on about your problems, people aren't listening to help. They're just listening to pass the time. You've basically become a form of entertainment. The second you walk away, the whole tone changes. The conversation isn't about your problem anymore. It's about you. It's, man, he always has some problem, doesn't he? You've been put into a box, and that's your label now. And this is the most dangerous part. Nobody's going to confront you. No one's going to tell you to your face. They just quietly lose respect for you. It's a slow, silent erosion. And the scariest thing is, you'll probably never even notice it's happening. But this isn't just about what other people are thinking. Your own brain is playing a really clever and kind of dangerous game that is designed to keep you exactly where you are.
Just take a look at this cycle. It's a perfect trap. First, you talk about your problem, and you get this little hit of relief from the sympathy. That relief feels good, right? Of course it does. But here's the catch. That good feeling completely kills your motivation to actually do anything about it. So talking about the problem replaces solving the problem. So this is the subconscious deal your brain is making. The sympathy becomes the reward. Your brain is basically saying, hey, why go through all the hard work of fixing this? Just talking about it already feels pretty good. And that, right there, is how people stay stuck for years.
So you see the problem. The only way out is to break that cycle. You have to understand there is a different, way more powerful way to operate. And it starts with choosing strength over sympathy.
So, really, you've got a choice between two paths. There's the path of weak people. Complain, explain, and repeat. Over and over. Or there's the path of strong people. Observe, think, and then act. You've got to decide which group you belong in.
So here's a simple framework to try instead. When you're feeling overwhelmed with emotions, don't tell everyone. Write it down. Get it out of your head and onto a page. When you're confused and you need advice, don't ask 10 different people. Talk to one trusted mentor. And when you're feeling pain, use that as fuel. Turn it into action, not an audience. Just think about it like this. 10 people listening to your problems won't change your life, not one bit. But 10 minutes of focused, deliberate action? That just might.
This brings me to one final powerful idea that I think perfectly illustrates how real growth actually happens. Think about it for a second. A huge, strong tree. It spends decades, maybe even centuries, growing, and it doesn't make a single sound. But when that exact same tree finally falls, the crash echoes through the entire forest. It is a loud, violent event.
The principle here is so simple, but it's incredibly profound. True growth is a silent, internal process. Destruction, on the other hand, that always makes a lot of noise. Complaining is noise. Action is silent growth.
So I'll leave you with this question. I want you to take a really hard, honest look at your life and your habits right now and ask yourself, are you quietly growing or are you just making noise?
If any of this resonated with you, drop one word in the comments: silence. Make it a promise to yourself. And if you know somebody who needs a real reminder, not just more empty motivation, share this with them. And hey, don't feel like you have to follow. Only do it if you're actually ready to level up.